Hey guys, what is up? Most of you are probably here because you've seen the title of this video and you're curious to what it's about. That or you're a little FaZe Natural fanboy and you're here to talk match in the comments. If that's why you're here, be my guest, do it by all means. I really don't mind. But I'm really making this for the people that are actually interested in what I have to say and interested in what FaZe Natural has done. First off, I'd like to start off by saying that I'm not just some random kid trying to expose FaZe Natural. I've actually known him for quite a while now. It's been about 3 years, maybe 2.5 years, we'll say. And I've been friends with him for a long time. If you guys don't believe me, I'm probably going to be showing my Skype history with him right now. It shows me talking with him for over a year, because that's when we got Skype. And it shows him talking in all his different clans like Risk, Sync, Soar, FaZe, VL back when he started it with me. We were both leaders. And you can also go watch his 50k question and answer video. He actually mentions me in that as well. So basically what the whole point of this video is, like the main idea of it, is that FaZe Natural actually hacked my friend's Facebook, his YouTube, his Skype, and his Twitter. He started posting random stupid tweets on his Twitter. He closed the YouTube channel, and then when he got access of the Skype, he actually, I don't know how he did it, but he sent himself over Skype every single username and password that my friend has made from his cookies. I'm pretty sure is where he accessed it from. And he did all this for like absolutely no reason whatsoever. And I'm basically just going to be going through all the proof with you guys so you can see it. But the first thing I want to show you guys is that FaZe Natural didn't really like Time very much. They go way back. We were all friends like 2 years ago. And when Natural joined Soar, he kind of removed him, which Time didn't really like very much. So they got into a bit of an argument and stuff, and they have had some bad blood between each other ever since. And before Natural left Seoul, like last week, he joined back the chat, and then he left again yesterday, and right before he left, he made a comment to Time. He said, "Oh, and Time, if he's still in Seoul, he can genuinely get cancer and die." So, I had a friend talk to him about that after, and he stood by what he said. He said, "I can make fun of cancer all I want." I don't actually have that quote because my friend doesn't want to get involved in the video. But he did say that. If you don't believe me, that's fine. That's really not important right now. But that just goes to show how much Natural really did hate Time. And so now I'm going to start showing you guys the proof of FaZe Natural actually hacking Time and how it occurred, the entire conversation between them, and what exactly went down. So basically, Natural and Time haven't spoken in like 2 to 3 months before this happened. They kind of just ignored and disregarded each other. And then one day, Natural comes to Time, and he sends him one of those Google links. You might recognize it because it's actually in a similar format as to the Skype virus, the one where you click it and then it starts sending it to your entire Skype contacts. Except this one wasn't the Skype virus. This was custom made by FaZe Natural. He sent it to him. He said, "Let it load, run Java, and let it load to 100%. Time isn't the type of person to hold a grudge, so he didn't really know what to think of it. So he just kind of clicked on it. He asked if it was a virus first. FaZe Natural assured him that it wasn't, and then FaZe Natural went on to start asking him questions such as, what is your YouTube, where do you live, like what country do you live in, I'll sub to you, and all that. And Time knew that it was out of the ordinary for Natural to just randomly start talking to him and ask him stuff like this and tell him he'll sub and stuff. So Time actually assumed that Natural got hacked, and he says, "Did you get hacked?" and all that. And then Natural told him he wasn't hacked. Time asked him a question. What was his first gamer tag? Because Natural knew him for a while, as I said before. So Natural answered him right. Time believed him, knew he wasn't hacked, and then Natural asked him what his Facebook was, said he'll add him on Facebook, and what's his email, and stuff like that. So he just keeps asking these random stupid fucking questions, right? Which is just like, it's not something you would ask somebody out at random after 2 months, especially like considering you don't like the player, you know what I mean? So they just go on to make small talk, do you have iPhone and stuff. Time sends him a picture of him wearing a FaZe sweater, says, it's not his, it's his friend's, you know, just all this little talk. And then Natural quoted a tweet that came from Time's Twitter, said, "I would without a doubt fuck at some shit so hard. LOL, what the fuck?" And then Time knew he didn't post that, and after all this, he kind of got the idea that Natural hacked him because he couldn't get into his account afterwards. So he said, "Man, you hacked me, fuck off, you're such a dick, blah blah blah." And they just keep going back and forth. Natural's acting all defenseless, saying he only asked him for his email so he could add him, which is most likely complete bullshit. I mean, I'm pretty sure you guys could tell that from now. He's obviously not asking for his emails for everything, to just add him as a friend. And then Natural asks him what his Twitter is again and all that, saying, "I can get your stored passwords from your cookies, but you have to trust me that I won't hack you." So basically here, you can tell he knows how to get passwords from cookies, which is what I said earlier is what he actually did. And then he's asking him if he changed his password and stuff, just to assure that Time's got his account back. And then he goes on to ask some like really stupid fucking questions, like how long is your password and all that stuff. He wants to know if it's a long or short password, probably because he's still looking at all his shit and all that. And I mean, no normal person would ask you how long of a password it is and all that shit, you know what I mean? Like, it's just not, it's too much to be coincidental, right? So, and then he continues to ask Time for his email and stuff. Time says he thinks he's got all his shit back, so he doesn't give it to him. And then Natural makes a little joke saying, "I'm the hacker" and shit, which is probably a joke, you know, I'm not saying he admitted it there, that's obviously not a serious quote. And then Natural goes on to say if it was him, he would have taken his Facebook as well, which is, this part's interesting, because Time's Facebook actually did get hacked, but he didn't tell Natural that it wasn't hacked, you know what I mean? Like, Natural had no idea whether his Facebook was hacked or not. So him saying, "I would have taken your Facebook as well," is just like, you don't know if it's taken or not, so why would you say something like that, you know what I mean? And his Facebook did get hacked too as well. But right now, Time only realized that it was his Twitter, not his Facebook as well, or his Skype, or his YouTube for that matter. And then Natural asks him for his Facebook email and password really quickly. And then this is the part that gets interesting too. Time's Skype actually gets hacked here, and you can see Natural says, "I didn't fucking hack anything, Nig." Time says, "What do you want?" Natural goes, "Give Time his account back, you fucking cunt." So, like, there's no hint here that states that Time's Skype was ever hacked, and then Natural just pretends, like, Natural all of a sudden just knows that Time's not on his Skype, it's somebody else. I mean, it's obviously, it was Natural on two different computers. He had both Skypes open, he hacked his Skype on his other computer. Obviously, I mean, like, there's no other possible explanation for it. And then here's the cookies part. Natural accesses his cookies and sends him a shitload of fucking accounts in the format. It goes URL, username, password. It's got YouTubes on it and all that stuff, and there was like 3 or 4 pages of it, so I'm only going to cut it to 2 here because there's no point in showing you like 5 pages of this random shit. But it's got a bunch of random shit on it, like a Google accounts, MLGs there, just a bunch of random shit like that, you know what I mean, from his cookies. And just out at random, FaZe Natural goes, "Real guy," and then Time gets his account back here. He says, "Thanks, Mitchell. I really appreciate it," all that shit. He's just trying to play nice with him. Time knows exactly what's going on here, you know what I mean? Time, like, has all the knowledge. He knows FaZe Natural hacked him. He knows all this shit's going down. He's just trying to play nice with him because, I don't even know, man. Like, he's fucking, like, scared at this point. I mean, Natural's got all of his fucking accounts, all of his usernames, all of his passwords, full access to all his shit. So, like, I mean, he's obviously a bit scared here. And then Time kind of just continues to make small talk with him, you know, talking about his YouTube and shit. And then he says, "I never should have clicked the link." Natural says, "What link?" And then he realizes the Google link, and he said all the link was supposed to do was count up in percentages to 100 and then display a picture and a scary noise. I mean, you don't have to, okay, when you send somebody a picture like that, like, everybody's done it, you know what I mean? You don't tell them, okay, let it load, run Java, let it load to 100 and shit. Like, it doesn't actually count up in percentages. You just send it, they click on it, and it pops out at random. That's what it's supposed to do. That's the whole point of it. And then Time says it said these 2 passages at the bottom. Basically, what he meant by that was when he clicked the link, when he scrolled down to the bottom, at the bottom it showed 2 different accounts, username and passwords. I'm not too sure which accounts it were, but it just showed like some random username and password, like from his computer. And then here's another interesting part. FaZe Natural actually admits to being able to hack things. He says, "I'm a white hat hacker," and then he says, "I thought we solved this. That means I'm a good hacker. I hack to help people. I didn't hack you in the first place." Time says, so you know how to hack stuff, and FaZe Natural says, yup. So, like, it can't get any more clear than that. Natural completely and entirely admits to being able to hack people. Look at the sequence of events that, like, took place here. I mean, like, Natural comes up to him 2 months after not talking to him, tells him, you know, here's a link, click it, let it load to 100, blah blah blah. Time clicks the link, 2 password things pop up at the bottom. The next thing he knows, his Twitter's gone, right? You know, he's asking him about his Twitter. Natural starts asking him really weird questions that no person would ask. Like, how long is your password? What's your email? All that bullshit, you know, asking for his Facebook and stuff, saying, I'll sub you, I'll add you, I want to see you, and all this shit. And then Natural, just completely out at random, says, like, hey, give Time his account back on his Skype. I mean, nothing showed that Time was hacked. Time didn't say anything out of the ordinary that would tell Natural, oh my god, Time's hacked, let's talk to the hacker, you know what I mean? He just starts doing it randomly, just completely out of the ordinary. He gives Time finally accesses his Skype back. He starts talking to him. Natural, once again, when Time gets his account back, there's no hint that Time got his account back and the hacker's gone. You know what I mean? Like, he just says, real guy out at random, again. So, like, there's no way Natural can know all of this random shit. It's just, like, it's not coincidental. It's too, like, I don't even know the word for it, man. It's just, like, it's not a coincidence. You can tell it's not a coincidence. And then Natural states, clear as day, I'm a white hat hacker. I know how to hack stuff. Like, it can't get any more clear. Time asks him, so you know how to hack stuff, and he says, yup. I mean, like, there's no getting around it. Natural admitted to being able to hack right after Time gets hacked like this. Like, there's no getting around it. It's clear as day, right? So, yeah, that's basically all I wanted to show you guys. That's all I have right now. If you guys have any questions about what took place here or what happened or whatever, feel free to hit me up in the comment section. I'll do my best to answer all the questions. If you're here, once again, because you'd like to suck Natural's dick, go ahead and hate in the comment section. I really could care less. I mean, I quit this YouTube shit 6 months ago. I really don't give 2 fucks. So go crazy. And yeah, that's basically all I have to say. So if you believe me, which you should after all this, thank you for listening. If you don't, you know, it's whatever. I really don't care. I'm not here trying to expose Natural. I'm not trying to get a kick from FaZe or any of this bullshit. I'm just letting people know the kind of person Natural is, because he's got he's so big on YouTube and everything, and so many people look up to him, and it's like, you shouldn't be looking up to somebody like this, especially when he does this shit to random people, like out in blue, basically, you know what I mean? So that's basically all I had to say. Be sure to leave a like if you enjoyed. If you didn't, dislike it. Go for it. Leave some questions in the comments if you like. And yeah, peace.